the #1 Costa Rica real estate and investment podcast, bringing you experts from all over Costa Rica.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to episode 262 of Costa Rica Real Estate and Investments with me, your host, Richard Bexon, here on the road again today, guys. So apologies if there's a bit of an echo in this room. There's not much in it, but I'm sure there will be at some point. But today we'll be talking with Nicole Brose from Guayabo Animal Rescue Sanctuary about her basically journey establishing a non-profit in Costa Rica and how her rescue center came about. I think important to also, kind of talk, this is a podcast on investing in real estate in Costa Rica, but also talk about businesses here in Costa Rica and kind of running them, as I know a lot of people have questions here, or people looking to move down here and looking for things to do, sometimes for profit, sometimes not for profit. So hence why we've been getting a few non-profits on the show recently. And also they've been contacting me, which has been kind of nice as well. So that's been good. Guys, we're about to actually start the build of Villa 5 and 6 in Manuel Antonio. We're still looking for investors in each one of those. We'll still go ahead and build them anyway. We just got permits, so we start within 2 weeks of building those villas, which will be the last ones in Manuel Antonio. So if anyone's interested in investing, basically investment starts from $100,000. You get annual dividends. Also, we sell the property after 5 years, and also you get usage rights of 5 nights per year as well. But if interested, email us info@investingcostarrica.com, info@investingcostarrica.com, and down below in the description will be all the details for you as well, where you can take a quick look at the website. Also, if you're interested in investing in here in Costa Rica and want some consulting, project management, we do a lot of project management here, guys, as well. I think we have about 15 builds we're overseeing here. We're kind of owners reps, pain in the butt, making sure that you don't get taken advantage of. So again, email us info@investingcostarrica.com. But let's get straight into the podcast. Good afternoon, Nicole. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Not at all. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast. We seem to be on a run at the moment of, I would say, non-profit organizations. We recently had Lifting Hands, and now we've got the Guayabo Animal Rescue Sanctuary. So I appreciate you reaching out to us.
Yeah, no, excellent. We definitely want to share what we're doing. So thank you.
No worries. Well, Nicole, I mean, what have you been seeing happening? I mean, the first question we always like to get an idea is kind of just what you're seeing happening, I suppose, here in Costa Rica based on kind of the market and kind of where everything's at. It's a lot of volatility. I don't think that's going anywhere. But what do you think is happening in Costa Rica?
Yeah, so we've had the Guayabo Animal Rescue Sanctuary now for about 3 years. So in that 3-year time, and basically we took, or I took a lot of the knowledge that I've learned in the US and other countries on how we can do better for our people and pets, and also just put some more educational programs into the country, right, for the people. So what I've noticed is, at first, people said, no one will care what you're doing. They won't really appreciate your services. Education programs will go flat. And every month, year that goes by, I really see an increase on more people signing up for our programs that we offer. I see more, other groups getting involved, more volunteers. And really, it's just an overall switch from this is how we've done things to let's really embrace these groups and people that want to share the knowledge that they've learned over the decades. So it's been really fantastic.
And is it mainly expats, foreigners, or Costa Ricans?
So we are in I call it rural, authentic Costa Rica. We're really proud of our location because until we started with our programs, there really wasn't a lot of services in those areas for the local Costa Ricans. So our area is very Tico oriented. So very few expats. The few lucky ones that are there love it, but don't. It's just a beautiful area where up until now didn't have a lot of the services and a lot of the programs that maybe some of the more, I should say, maybe developed or just, population is just, there's just more people in some of the other areas. Ours is a small rural community.
And you guys are in basically kind of northeastern Costa Rica, would you call it? I mean,
Yeah, so we are, I always tell people because they put reference with it. So the Liberia airport, we're
Yep.
about an hour northwest of that airport and
Okay.
about an hour and 20 minutes from the coast.
Yep.
So say Playa, Coco, about an hour and 20 minutes or so. So we're really in where it is mountainous. It's not rainforest. It's
Like
a
a
different,
tropical dry
yeah,
forest.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have the waterfalls and the hot springs, and it's very rich with things for tourists and people to do and see.
Yeah.
It's just an area that really isn't on everyone's radar, but should be when
Yeah.
they come and visit, or even when they live.
It's beautiful. I mean, I've spent quite a bit of time up there. Mainly at kind of like I think it's Guachipelin and all those kind of areas that are up
Mhm.
there, which is not too far. It's not exactly where you are, but it's not too far away. But yeah, it's beautiful up there.
Yeah, so lovely. And again, I love it because I go back and forth between my home in Florida, and we also run our 501c3 nonprofit in the US. That's really a pass through. So we help raise money in the US and
Yep.
actually all over the world, and to help run what we have in Guayabo for the rescue. So I love it because it's just a it's just a beautiful, a more simplistic. It's definitely Puerto Vida.
I mean, for the listeners, I mean, again, we've been talking here for probably about what 5 minutes about the Guayabo Animal Rescue and Sanctuary. But like, what is it? I mean, what animals are in it? What do you rescue? Sanctuary? Like, what is it you guys do?
Yeah, yeah, good question. So we rescue dogs, horses. We do have some goats, a couple cows. We have our chickens, but we really focus on the dog rescue. So we do dog adoptions. We help bring in injured, sick, neglected, abused dogs, get them back to health, get them vaccinated, get them spay and neutered, and then we adopt them.
Yep.
Some dogs we don't adopt. They're sanctuary dogs. Maybe they're really old or they just have extreme injury. We are on 300 beautiful acres, so we have
Wow.
space for the animals to roam. They're not caged. They're free roaming. And we do have some horses that we've also rescued, whether they were abandoned, the owners couldn't afford them any longer. So all the animals they all have various stories, but we really, stick to the rescuing the animals that have nowhere else to go. So we do the adoption program. We have medical triage. We focus on spay neuter services. We have spay neuter campaigns every month. And we're very proud of the spay neutering that we've done, which I was told again, no one would want to do that with their pet and no one would sign up. And we have folks sign up every single month. And then we also do education programs where we bring school children, whether it's a school of 8 children or 30 children, we bring them to the property and we teach them humane compassion. We show them that about the cows and about just having a compassion for all animals. Maybe up until that point, the cow was only on their plate. So they
Yeah.
get to really see and experience the love and joy that animals can bring all shapes and sizes. So yeah, so that's what
Nicole,
we do.
if somebody, again, a lot of people are looking to make Costa Rica a second home, kind of bounce between the two countries. And a nonprofit is something that comes up and Costa Rica is in need of in many different areas. What advice would you give to anyone that's thinking about doing it?
You mean living there, moving to
No, I
Costa
mean actually setting up a nonprofit inside Costa Rica and
Rica?
doing what
Oh,
you
okay.
guys, very similar structure to what you guys have done. I mean, what would your advice be to them?
Yeah, so we have the 501 in the US,
Yep.
and then we have a legally registered NGO in Costa Rica. So they're
Okay.
two separate nonprofits. They have, and again, to legally make it all work, it was very complicated. It took a lot of effort, accountants, lawyers. We definitely did everything the right way. Nonprofits in Costa Rica are a little unique because they're not the same tax breaks like you would have in another country. So you really need to be doing it for your love of that purpose, right?
Yep.
Not a tax shelter, not any other reason other than that's your passion, and you really want to make a difference with the people, environment, animals, what have you. It was definitely a labor of love. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of resources to really make all of this happen. So my advice would be first, find out what's there. Find out where you can what you can support already. Maybe not reinvent the wheel. Maybe
Yep.
there's a nonprofit close to your town, your city that you may just want to financially support, volunteer, be on the board, whatever the case may be. And if that isn't the case, then just still do your research. Talk to the other nonprofits, talk to the business owners, really truly figure out what is a need versus just what maybe what your want is. They have to really match. And it is a lot of work. It is I'm working with two different cultures, right? I'm running two nonprofits in totally different places. We've made it work, but it is challenging, and it does take a lot of drive and a lot of um, true grit and passion. Again, this is not something that no one makes money off of this. We put all the money we make back into the actual cause. We do have staff that we hire, and we hire everyone local to that area. So everyone that we have employed with the rescue is from that small rural community, which we're very proud to say that because we're supporting the people who are from that area and their families, and they have children, and actually all of them have children. So it's really trickling down into helping that community as a whole to grow and prosper. So yeah, so my advice would be do your homework. Don't just say, "Oh, I love, the butterfly. Now I want to start a nonprofit for that." There might be
Yeah.
one even in Costa Rica. Costa Rica is definitely, uh, definitely, I see having a lot more advancements when it comes to protection and just the whole nonprofit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely improving and growing all the time.
You'd mentioned something there about, local communities, etc. I mean, how do the cultural differences affect you guys day to day in your nonprofit? Because usually that's the biggest impact sometimes if you have this North American culture clashing with this very passive aggressive, laid back culture.
That's a really good question. And I am type A, go, 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 like get stuff done. My to-do list every day is really long. So, one challenge for me, besides the language barrier, I am learning the language. I respect the language, and I feel like more people should do their best to speak it or try to learn it, especially if you're living there or working there. But the whole I said earlier, Pura Vida, the laid back philosophy, that's hard for me sometimes because I want 17 things to happen in one day to get checked off my list. And
Yep.
sometimes when I'm working with my team, we might check off two of those things.
Yeah.
And we do things just a little more slowly. But for me personally, it's been so great to learn patience and to just be in that more, every single thing doesn't have to happen today. So, but yeah, the pace of getting things done from our lawyers to the accountants to all of it is just sometimes can be a lot for me.
Definitely. No, I completely agree. I've got so tired of construction companies, I'm setting my own construction company up. So yeah. But I mean, for investors that tuning in, I mean, how can they meaningfully support like your guys' work? Whether that's overnight accommodations, monetary donations, in-kind donations, volunteer efforts, advocacy, like how can they get involved?
Yep. And one thing I didn't mention about us is we do have beautiful villas. They're almost 1,700 square feet. There's AC. The property was a residence of a family from Florida who built it for family and friends. So it's beautiful. Now we use it for the nonprofit. So we rent those villas out to guests from all over the world. And any given week, we may have, Holland, Canada, US, UK.
Yep.
So people listening to say they hear this podcast and they doing staycations, right? Say you live in Costa Rica, we're actually getting more people from San Jose, from some of the other areas. Maybe they're from Costa Rica, the Ticos or not. They are coming now for a weekend stay. So you can actually book our villas, get a beautiful retreat, if you will. We're up high on the hill, beautiful valley views, sunrise, sunset. Every dollar you spend on our ecotourism, our villa overnights, goes right back into our costs. So every dollar goes right to what we're doing to save lives. So folks can do monetary donations, which are always fabulous. They can reach out to me. Right now, I'm raising money for an X-ray machine, which is very costly.
I'm sure.
We do have a medical clinic where we do surgeries and things like that. We do all that for a suggestive donation, right?
Yep.
Monetary sponsorships, volunteer. You can come maybe for a week or a couple days and volunteer, feed animals, give baths to horses, help with a spay neuter campaign. You can also follow us on social media, help share what we're doing. So there's a lot of ways to get involved, but I think if someone's listening from another country, come and stay with us. Come to the Rules and see authentic Costa Rica. There's hot springs right next door. There's amazing food. As you know, the food is so fabulous in Costa Rica, especially when you go to the Rules. I think the food is the best. So you can stay with us, give a donation, sponsor. You can reach out to me and we can be creative on what the needs are and how people can get involved.
Nice. Well, Nicole, I've kept you long enough, but my last question for you, which I love to ask everyone, is if you had $500,000 and you had to invest it into a business or real estate in Costa Rica, what would you invest it in and why?
100,000% on property.
Okay.
Property is so beautiful, and property is, especially again, keep going back to the rural area, the area that's, you can, I would buy a piece of property. I would probably have a few animals that I've rescued on that property, and also keep the rescue course, but just have a nice simple home and with a view, and just really immerse myself in Costa Rica full time. That's actually a goal of mine. So good question. But yeah, just having a property and having a home and just being a part of the culture.
Awesome, Nicole. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to join us on the podcast. And anyone that wants to get in contact with you or the Guayabo, basically Animal Rescue Center and Sanctuary, I'll put all of the contact details down in the description.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, and hopefully we'll get you out to visit us soon.
I'd love to. See you later.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
A very different podcast than we're used to in kind of the investing and real estate world. But as I said there, I mean, I think that there are a lot of people that potentially are looking to invest down here or move down here and start a nonprofit. So as you can see there, as most things in Costa Rica, nothing is easy, but I think anything worth doing should be a little bit more difficult. But again, if you're interested in speaking to Nicole or the Guayabo Animal Rescue and Sanctuary, all the contact details are down there in the description. Remember, guys, if you're looking to do anything here in Costa Rica and just want to chat with us or want some advice, I've chatted with you a couple over the last week, a couple of you, just giving you advice and some contacts. You can email us info@investingcostarica.com. That's info@investingcostarica.com, or click in the links down below. You can organize a time to meet with one of us here in the office. No obligation, guys. We're a sucker for helping people, so please do contact us. If you're enjoying the podcast, please hit the subscribe button, guys, so that every single Wednesday when we release something, you are made aware. But hope you're enjoying it, and we'll see you in the next podcast. Bye.
The #1 Costa Rica real estate and investment podcast, bringing you experts from all over Costa Rica.